Well, a major consultancy firm is warning Australia's economy is on a knife's edge due to the RBA's interest rate hiking cycle. Joining us live now, the Australian Chamber of Commerce and Industry Chief Executive, Andrew McKellar. Andrew, thanks for your time this morning. So are we headed for a consumer recession as forecast by Deloitte?
Good morning, Pete. Look, I think the report presents some conclusions which are very consistent with the evidence that we are seeing. Certainly, I think there is evidence that those 10 interest rate increases that they've had a real impact, and in particular that's showing up for households and for small businesses. Small businesses have had to contend with rising costs, rising energy prices, increased interest rates. It's putting a real squeeze on some parts of the economy, and I think there is a concern that if interest rates were to go any higher at this point in time, it could inflict some real damage.
So, well, on that, if it were to happen, what would be the fallout?
Well, I do think there's a risk that we would see more small businesses starting to struggle. The conclusion in this report is that many households are already getting into a situation of negative cash flow. That would get worse. So it would impact demand. It would impact also the supply side of the economy. And I think there would be risks that it could impact on economic growth, and ultimately we could see the labour market really coming off the boil. Yeah,
well, I mean, that was my next point. Unemployment, obviously that would rise if it were to happen.
Well, I mean, we've had a very strong labour market, and that's a great thing, but we want to keep it that way. So we don't want to see a situation where unemployment is rising rapidly. We've still got inflationary pressures in the economy. That's a combination that we don't want to risk.
Were those 2 hikes this year necessary?
Look, I think this report suggests they weren't. We certainly agree that the Reserve Bank did the right thing by pausing last month. And again, I think we would urge them to keep pausing again as they meet at the next month. We don't think at this point we need to keep rising interest rates. Inflationary pressures hopefully are coming off. We've got to be careful not to overcook this and do more damage to the economy than is necessary.